Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On Second Thought. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode or whatever the last episode because it was actually really fun and I've actually really missed podcasting. And I feel like there's a stigma around podcasting, but you know what? It literally doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna keep doing it forever. Like, I feel like people judge people that podcast, but I've been listening to podcasts since forever, and I just think it's really fun to be able to talk to you guys. Like, it's my own little personal, like, therapy, I guess. Um, yeah. Okay, so let's get into this week's episode. Also, please subscribe and share and like and comment and rate this podcast. Follow us on us. Follow me on Spotify. At On Second Thought, you're probably listening to it on Spotify. If not, then go do whatever you need to do. There's also a video on Spotify if you want to watch the video. I feel like Spotify helps. Also YouTube. Actually, whatever you want to do, do your thing. So, whoa. Excuse me. Sorry if I just coughed in your ears. This week, today, I am talking to you guys about 2025, my ins and outs. I did this last year, I think. I think I did this last year. I know I posted it on the On Second Thought Instagram because I needed to share my ins and outs. I feel like for me, I'm not like a resolutions type of person. Like every year, I just can't think of like what do I need to change about myself? Like I don't think that like there needs to be like a certain like why on January 1st you need to completely do something about your life differently. And also the thing like resolutions, no one keeps their resolutions. So for me, I think about resolutions as like I'm constantly evolving, I'm constantly changing, and it's going to take time for me to figure stuff out. Like this past year, I made an episode about like weight loss and kind of like understanding how to keep a good balance, like a healthy balance with my body image, my health, like my mental health with that kind of stuff. Um and so like and now I'm kind of shifting back into like a phase where I'm kind of just like not really working out that much, not really like eating the best because it's been the holidays, but like I'm still being mindful about it. And I've noticed like a big healthy shift in my mindset about it. And so this is just an example of how like I can't just like immediately do something and I like need to evolve over time because that's just normal human nature, I think. So yeah, so this is my second year doing ins and outs. Um and it's kind of exciting. Like I kind of forgot that I did it and then I saw someone posted it and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of bored right now. Let's just do this." So I actually went back to my 2024 and quite a bit of these were very similar. Like I didn't look at that before I made my 2025, but I'm very consistent and I think that like it's kind of fun to be able to compare these two things. But I feel like I need to write them down like in an actual journal because I'm just typing them out on my notes because like I don't know. I was like, oh, I can do this and then I can post it on Instagram and like be trendy and stuff. But genuinely, this is like something that I really enjoy doing. So let's get into it. I need to take a sip of water because this dress that I'm wearing is very constricting of breathing. So give me one sec. I got my sip of water. Let's get into it. So for ins, there's always going to be more ins than outs, I feel. I don't know. We can talk about it. We can compare it to last 2024. All right. The first in, which I don't really know what this meant when I wrote it, when I typed it out, I said, using what you got. I kind of think that when I wrote it, which was just last night, I was referring to just using literally the things that I have in my life, like instead of buying new. But I get deeper into this as the list goes on. In number two is love. I am feeling the love. I'm feeling so in love with my boyfriend. He is my soulmate. And I know people say that and it's kind of cringy, but like genuinely, he is the person for me. Like, which shocks me how I was able to find my person so young. But you know what? I don't think that we've grown into one another. We've grown up with one another. He knows me like so well. We've almost been together like 6 years. So he just knows me so well, and I think that like soulmates not necessarily meeting the person and immediately being perfect for one another, but growing together and learning about each other and kind of forming into a soulmate. So anyways, that's why love is in for 2025. I'm bringing my love into the new year. I just love love, and I want to share the love. I want to love my friends and just grow closer to them, do things for them, just little fun things like acts of service cuz I really think acts of service is my love language. So anyways, we don't need to get into my love language right now. But yeah, love is in, and that's probably like my biggest one, honestly. Like, I just am so happy and in love, and I'm looking forward to continuing the love. Okay. Now, the next one is okay, this one, obviously, being kind, and I put in parentheses always, because we just need to remind ourselves to be kind. Like, I think that it's always going to be in quote unquote to be kind, but like genuinely some people forget to be kind and like just have grace for people. So that's like what I wanted to just kind of like give that as a reminder to myself. The next one, okay, what is friends. Friends are always in. Once again, I think this is just a little like what's on my mind right now. But yeah, friends, I feel like I have some really good friends. I had a great like birthday and holiday season with friends, and I want to continue just surrounding myself with friends. Like this is the reason why I think that I just always want to be around friends is because I'm an only child and I grew up without any siblings. But like as I've gotten older and been able to hang out with so many different people and like surrounded by amazing people and like friend group situations, it's made me want to just always have a friend over, always have someone with me because it's so fun. And honestly, I love playing like board games or card games and stuff, and like playing it with people that like truly enjoy playing cards or playing a board game is like just so much fun, and it can just be such a fun activity. So friends, I want to keep cultivating amazing friends and like continue to just be surrounded by great people. Okay, next one. This one is like always again, but focusing on my mental health. I have to go back to New York in like a few weeks, and I'm really scared that I'm going to get seasonally depressed. So, I just want to make sure that I'm doing things for myself, especially with school. Like I know I'm going to be so busy. Just making sure that I'm focusing on my joy, focusing on doing things for myself, wearing the cute outfits that I want to wear, just, doing it with myself in mind and making sure that my mental health is healthy and happy and I'm not falling into any sort of depression mode and shutting down or letting the people around me who might be depressed from the seasons get me down, because honestly like it's hard out there, it's hard on the East Coast, and I think that I've had some pretty fine winters. Like I've made it through. Knitting has definitely helped me. I love just sitting knitting, watching TV. That's a great afternoon for me, honestly, cuz like what else are you going to do? It's so cold out. So, just like, you know, I've been fine. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I've had okay winters. I've made it through. I haven't been like super sad or depressed or anything. And the thing that actually I think has made me depressed is that my friends are depressed and they don't want to hang out. and I'm feeling kind of lonely, which sucks. So I just want to make sure that like I'm staying busy and I'm not shutting down because I can't hang out with a friend and just trying different friends, meeting new friends, that sort of thing. Next one, which I hope you guys are excited about, is podcasting. I genuinely, truly, truly want to stay on my uh, podcasting grind this year because it's so fun. Like, it's actually really cool to see it, like, progress, and I honestly think that if I just stayed consistent with it, I could see, like, new people watching it or listening to it, which would be so fun to, like, kind of have more of, like, a community with the podcast because I've had so many people that listen to it tell me, like, "I love your podcast." Like, it reminds me this is a big flex, and, like, this is not my words, this is someone else's, but saying that this reminds them of, like, Emma Chamberlain's podcast, which is the biggest compliment ever because I get so in my head about this, and that's part of the reason why I stopped doing it because I'm just like, "Oh, this isn't doing anything. No one's listening to it because I don't get a lot of like interaction online, but hearing people tell it to my face is actually like makes me feel amazing. And I'm gaining more confidence with it as people like tell me that. So I really want to keep up with it. I want to figure out like more about just how to do it, like how to get it right and how to make it as interesting as possible for you guys because it is just me talking. So like figuring out different segments. I know I tried out like a few different things. Like I tried the Reddit thing. I feel like that wasn't really my niche. So I'm just gonna like keep trying. I'm also like 20. Oh fuck. I'm 21. I'm 21. So I can just talk about my experience, share my experience. Like, hello, everyone is trying to figure it out, and I feel like having someone to listen to is helpful. So, yeah? Question mark. That's the in for 2025 podcasting. All right, next one. I'm trying to like speed through this, but like I have so much to say about each one. Next one is creating. I just want to continue creating, figuring out what I like to create. I'm taking a machine knitting class in the spring, and this next coming semester. So I'm really excited about that because it'll give me like another tool in my tool belt so that I can just continue making awesome things. I really want to figure out how to like make more like designs, like cool faces or whatever it is on my sweaters. Learn how to do like embroidery, but it's not embroidery, like it's different on knit sweaters. And I also want to continue to sell my sweaters. So I think I get into that later. So we're gonna move on. Creating. Next one, wearing my clothes till the seams rip. So going back to the very first one that I said, using what you got, this one goes into that. Um, I I have like I think under consumption core blah blah blah, which is stupid by the way, like let's just stop consuming altogether, but has been so trendy on TikTok or Instagram too. Like I only see it on Instagram because I don't use TikTok. But I think that it's super important for us to literally just stop consuming because there's all this stuff like I literally work at a sustainable store and I'm not dissing the store. I love working there. It's a great job. But sustainable isn't really sustainable if all you're doing is buying stuff and donating your old stuff because there is so much shit in the world. Why are we making more stuff even if it's with okay. One is with dead stock fabrics and that sort of deal. That's great. Cuz like what else are we going to do with it? It's literally waste. It's not going to be used by anyone unless these companies are going to take it and reuse it. But to continue to buy new things and donate your old things is just a cycle of waste that I think that people don't realize how much waste is truly out there and it's affecting people's lives. who have to deal with the waste in their countries. So, my goal for me is to continue just wearing the clothes I have. I really am gonna try super hard this year not to buy new clothes. If I need to get something like super basic, like a t-shirt, like a white t-shirt, I'm gonna thrift it. I kind of like only thrift, like, I feel like for the most part, I don't really buy new. I did get some stuff from Aritzia for Christmas, but, like, those are basic things that, like, I know that they fit perfectly for me and that I'm gonna have forever. And so that's kind of like my excuse, but my goal is really to just stop buying clothes and work really hard to just figure it out with what I got and try not to donate and just try to like upcycle my stuff that I have because you guys, if you could see my closet here and my closet in New York, you would genuinely say that I don't ever need to shop again because I have so much shit. I have so much clothes. And honestly, the good thing about my clothes is that I don't have a lot of like trendy stuff. Like I have like some really basic like crop tops that like I feel like will never go out of style, but they're like perfect for like kind of any occasion. Like if I need to go out, I don't know, whatever it is. I have the right clothes for a sustainable wardrobe, if that makes sense. So I don't really need to shop for new stuff. Like I have what I need and I need to wear what I have. So that's my goal. That one is really important to me because I need to stop spending money too because I have no money. So this is just kind of what's up. One exception, I can buy undergarments if necessary because, we're supposed to get new underwear like every year or so. Yeah. So, anyways, that's an exception. If you're following along, if you're gonna keep my ins and outs, which I don't know why you would because we're all different, but that's an exception. Okay, the next one. Being okay in the uncomfortable. Now, okay, last week's episode, I talked a lot. Okay, I said a lot of words. I said uncomfortable, uncomfortable a lot. And I was reflecting on that when I was writing this because what the fuck was I even saying in that little segment of the podcast? Honestly, what I mean by this is just being okay and like being a little bit uncomfortable. Having uncomfortable conversations when you're getting to know someone is so normal. This is kind of like it's very mild uncomfortability though. Like nothing like you're getting in dangerous situations which I get into in my outs cuz I just think that like being uncomfortable is so specific for each person, but for me it's really in situations where I'm safe, I'm not in any sort of danger, and I can get out of it easily if I wanted to, but it's mostly like my mental uncomfortability. I think I'm gonna move on from this one because I talked about it last week. Yes. Next one, sewing. This goes back to creating overall, but sewing, I'm obsessed with sewing. I bought like a bunch of patterns earlier in the semester to make stuff, and I only used one of the patterns because the other one was kind of difficult, but I definitely want to like try to do it because I have such a great opportunity that I have freaking huge sewing rooms at my school and amazing fabric stores in New York, so I'm really gonna try to do that when I'm like maybe bored or I want to have something to do, which is just a great outlet for me because I can just put my headphones in, lock in, sew away, and it's just so rewarding. Like this is like I don't have to buy clothes. I literally can just make my clothes. So it's awesome and I love it. Next one, this will always be in for me is knitting. Um yeah, just continuing to knitting to knitting to knit. I did take a little bit of a break because I was not feeling any sort of inspiration. I made these like striped pants and that took me so long. I also had the flu while I was making them, so I just was like exhausted while I was knitting them and I wanted to be done with them. Like I had one leg left, and I just, like, felt like I was exhausted. I just wanna finish these freaking pants. So that was my little brief pause, and now I'm back into it. I'm making a sweater vest. I'm making Sawyer, my boyfriend, a sweater right now, and I'm fixing a sweater for my auntie because she bought it from me, and I just, like, I'm feeling inspired once again. So that's some good news. Next one, sharing my creations. I just want to keep sharing my creations. I want to continue selling my sweaters because I've had such positive feedback from selling my sweaters. I really want to like figure out more things to make that are easier and that I could sell for like a little bit cheaper so that it's more affordable for people. But yeah, I just overall like I just want to continue sharing my work and getting feedback from people, learning to do things and just like collaborating with people and like learning from their mindsets cuz everyone's different and I think that creating is so personal and there's so much to learn from other creatives. Next one, this is always in for me. Sleeping a lot, just getting my rest. The winter makes me so tired, which is like natural, but yeah, I sleep a lot. Like and I'm gonna continue sleeping a lot. Like, I do not care. People are like, taking naps is such a waste of time. Like, I could be getting so much done. I'm getting stuff done by sleeping. That way I can be freaking, oh, so well rested. And then I can lock the F in because I'm so rested. Unlike you people, okay, unlike you people who are just working too hard, not giving yourself a break, wearing yourself out, and then you can't do quality work. See what I'm saying? Okay. So just sleeping a lot because it is a productive use of time if you need it. You know what I mean? And I always need sleep. Okay. Next one. This is for me. I need to soak up New York more. I feel like this is maybe not an in, but like a goal for me. I need to soak up New York more because I feel like I'm in this mindset, like I was telling you guys last week. I'm like not so sure about New York. I don't think it's the place for me, which is still true, but I don't want that, like knowing that it's not the place for me to hold me back from enjoying it. Like I want to really soak it up because this is such a small part of my life. And I think that it's important for me to just get everything out of it as I can, even if I still have a hard time being there and I want to go outside and go and hike or whatever. I can still find the really great things that I like about it and just enjoy it while I'm there. Cause like I only have a year and a half left. So, yes. Okay, the next one is exercise. I just want to keep moving my body and like getting out there, going to the gym, doing what I got to do to stay healthy because it's so worth it and like I feel so good when I am exercising consistently. Like obviously, everyone knows this. I feel like this is like just duh, but it's true. It's so true and I just it's so important. And I just want to continue to do that and stay healthy so that I can stay healthy for the rest of my life and live a really long, good, fit life. That one's very basic and simple, but gotta put it there. Okay, the next one is family. I love family time. Um, yeah, and I just had a really good holiday season. Family came over, we played games, and I feel like I just want to continue, like, just really making sure that I'm trying to spend time with my cousins or just whoever it is, and like yeah, but I'm really close with a lot of my cousins, and I miss a lot of my cousins because some of them moved away, so I haven't seen them, and I just really wanna, like, reconnect with my family that I don't see very often. Because family is so important, and I'm really lucky to have a close family, like, my grandparents really made, like, a strong family like, good, strong family values in us, and I feel like since they passed, we're kind of getting distant, and I really want all of us to come back together and make sure we're staying close, because you know, we're blood. This is so important, like, we love each other, we don't have any problems, we just kinda lost touch, at least for, like, me and my cousins. Like, obviously, my dad and his siblings are very close, but, the kids, we got to keep the kids close. Next one. This one goes back to sleeping a lot, but just relaxing. And this one also goes back to focusing on my mental health. Just making sure that I'm taking a relaxing time for myself to make sure that I'm staying calm and just getting all of the, what's the word? The relaxation, I guess, that I need to just, live a fulfilling life, because we can't just work, 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 because that is what I'm doing in school. I'm working my ass off, but I need to remember to come back to myself and stay calm, relax, and just, yeah, it's all good. Next one is reading. Oh my God. I set a goal on Goodreads for 2024 to read 10 books. I did no, I didn't accomplish it. I did get 7 books, which a few of them were audiobooks, because it's hard for me to listen. I mean, not listen. It's easy for me to listen, but it's hard for me to actually sit down and read the books, because honestly, I would first of all rather be sleeping. Second of all, reading doesn't feel like when I'm in school, at least, like a good use of my time, because it's like it's too leisurely. Like, if I'm going to be leisuring, if I'm going to be relaxing, I want to sit down and knit and watch a show or watch a movie or whatever it is. But like, reading is like a hard thing for me to do, cuz if I'm going to fall asleep. So this year, my goal is to, again, read 10 books. Hopefully, I can accomplish that. And I'm going to really try to like set aside like maybe 20 minutes a night to read and just sit down and read instead of whatever, sitting on my phone. But I don't really sit on my phone that often. It's just mostly like I want to be knitting. So I have a hard time putting my knitting down. And then the last one, which, this is just always a goal, laughing so hard. That's what I literally wrote. I just want to laugh. I just love laughing and being around people. This goes back to like friends and family and whatever, but like just laughing. It's so fun to laugh. Like, oh God, I played cards with some friends yesterday and I couldn't stop laughing. And I feel like it's just so important to release that and just laugh, and it's just a happy thing. So I just want to have a happy year overall. Okay, let's get into the outs really quickly. It's shorter than the ins. First one, feeling ashamed. I don't want to feel ashamed. I want to feel proud. I don't need to feel shame. I'm freaking 21 years old. Who cares? Who cares anymore? It doesn't matter. The only people that should feel ashamed are the ones that are making me feel any shame. So let's rally. Let's fucking do it. Let's stop feeling ashamed as much as we can. It's so hard. It's just a human emotion. But like, come on, talk to me. If you need someone to talk to about something that happened to you, I'll be there for you and I won't judge you. And honestly, I'll help you see the situation clear, because I think that's mostly where shame comes from, is like not being able to see the situation as clear as you can. Like, I feel like I've gone through life and had so many situations where I'm like, "Oh my God, why did that just happen? Like, that was terrible. I'm so stupid. That was like awful." I feel shame. And then I tell someone about the situation, and they're like, "What do you where's the part where it was awkward? Or where's the part where it was like weird, and why are you feeling this way?" Because honestly, to me that sounds completely fine. And I think that it's mostly just like getting a little bit of a reality check. And even if it is an awkward situation and you'd still feel shame after whatever talking to someone, or they are like, "Ooh, that's kind of bad. That's kind of awkward." It's fine, because it'll it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So that's my goal, is just to like stay rooted in myself, rooted in what I like know about interacting with other people, and that it's okay. If it's awkward, it's okay. If it's awkward for you, it's probably not that awkward for the other person. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the first one. Next one, this one was actually the exact same on my 2024 ins and outs. Dealing with people you don't enjoy, which I feel like that's a very specific wording. So for my 2025 or 2024 self to have written that down is actually like kind of crazy. Um, and I feel like I did accomplish this pretty well this year. Like, I did, okay, I did have a weird interaction with someone that I didn't enjoy, but I cut that out pretty quickly. And the only reason I kept seeing that girl and like hanging out with her was because this other girl wanted me to continue hanging out as a little group, and I really didn't want to, but I kind of like felt bad for the girl that wanted me to continue hanging out with her, and so I kind of forced myself when I knew that I didn't like her. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna just continue not dealing with people that I don't like because, I don't have to. Next one, I talked about this already. Consumption. We're not consuming this year. At least for me, I'm really gonna try to cut back any sort of consuming. I don't need it. Why do you need it? Do you have something like it that you can use? Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need it. So, anyways, that's the goal. Wait. Oh, the next one. The next one is shopping. So the reason why I got confused is because I thought that I was reading the ins, and I was like, wait, why did I put shopping as an in when I literally was just shitting on consuming? So, hello. Shopping is out for me. I don't want to shop. Only grocery shopping allowed. That's it. Next one. These are all the same. Buying new. Obviously, talked about this already. Next one. Okay, this one is going to be super hard for me because I don't know. Well, let's just get into it. Being shy. I really want to stop being so shy and start giving less of a fuck because although once I feel comfortable in a situation, I can like have a conversation with people, I can be so, oh my God, I can be so shy and so awkward. Especially when meet new people, like, it's okay, we're all humans, but the thing that I worry about is that I think that my shyness is low key, like, a protective measure for me because I don't wanna be too much, and I don't want people to think, "Oh my god, she's really, like, loud and obnoxious," when that's probably not the case. I feel like people are gonna feel more comfortable if I just start talking and, like, be myself. But, I get so quiet and so shy, especially when there's, like, a lot of big personalities around because I don't want to say the wrong thing almost, or, like, this makes me feel dumb, but there's, like, these girls back in New York that, like, they're from Hawaii, and they're so, like, cool and, like, mysterious and that sort of deal, but, like, I just don't wanna be too much around them, so I am, like, and, oh, the thing is that, like, they all have said, like, "Oh my god, I really like Sophie, like, she's so fun to be around." And I'm not making this up because that sounded like I was just saying that, but like someone told me that they really like my company, which is great, but I still don't feel like I belong there. And then I get shy because I'm like, oh, I don't belong here. This is not for me. So the goal is to not feel that way. And that also goes into like not feeling ashamed of my personality. Next one, doing something you feel unsafe slash not okay with. Does that make sense? This goes back to the one of being okay and the uncomfortable. I want to always feel safe. I do not want to put myself in danger, or just doing anything that I like don't feel comfortable with because you have a choice. And if you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, okay, uncomfortable in like a dangerous way. So confusing. English is confusing, okay, guys? Anyways, that's kind of the out. Like, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm safe. And doing a good thing. Doing the good thing that makes me feel good. Next one is judging people. Obviously, like, we have to make judgments every single day, but, like, I don't wanna be a judgy person. Like, just judging people is out for me. Like, there's no need. Everyone's just living. Unless they're directly rude to my face, then I'm gonna be judging, but, like, and okay, generally speaking, I feel like I'm not that judgy of a person. Um, like, I'm usually nice. Like, I'm never judging someone directly at them, but, we talk, people talk. Anyways, I'm gonna move on from that one because that's a confusing one. The next one is comparing yourself to others. So, comparing myself to others, it's my downfall. I do it way too often, um, and it's bad. and I wanna stop because why are you comparing yourself to someone that's living a completely different life than you? You know that you have different experiences from this person. There's no need for you to compare what you've accomplished, what you haven't accomplished to this person because they're on a different path. They're whatever. It's different. It's always going to be different. But it's so hard. I just ugh. Turning 21 and the amount of celebrities that like not even just celebrities, but like successful people that have money that are 21 or younger is hard. Like, okay, Laffy Leve, I don't know how to fucking say her name, but that artist, she has a song and she's like, I'm only 21. And I'm like, girl, you're only 21 and you're making some nice, sick beats. What the hell? But like, that is so hard. So, like, I just need to stop comparing myself to anyone. Like, which is impossible, but I'm gonna try my best. And oh yeah, this is the last one. Depression. Like I said, focus on my mental health this year. Depression is out. We're staying healthy. Yes, we got this. You know what, you guys? It's gonna be a great year. I'm really excited for all of us. I really hope that you guys make your own ins and outs list because it's kind of fun to like look back and like see what you wanted for yourself, what changed, and like where you're going to go, and then being able to compare your 2025 to your 2026 and then oh no, 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 no. I was 2027? How is it? First of all, how is it 2025? How is it 2025, you guys? I'm actually genuinely scared because I'm 21. Oh my god. Okay, I'm in pain right now. So, sorry. I get depressed about not even depressed, but I get stressed out about the date, the year so easily because how am I this old? I remember when we're not going to get into this right now because this is just a rabbit hole that I never come out of. Anyways, it's going to be a great year. Although we're getting older, it's a good thing. We're getting into it. We're getting into the prime of our lives, no matter what age you are. Things are only looking up from here. Woohoo! Okay, I gotta hop off. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Please keep listening, comment. I read everything because I never get comments, and I love when I get comments. I literally check the views on the YouTube video. If no one likes it, I'm checking the views to just make sure someone's watching it. So I'm here. I am present for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.